So this is 6 yards of Ghana print, and then we're going to be using everything for this gown. This is the gum stay. I'm going to be using it on the waistband just to solidify it so that it stands firm. I'll be using lining underneath it, and I'll also be using a black zipper. So I'll start from the waist measurement. Then the width of the measurement will be 2 inches. So 2 inches, since I'm going to be doing it on fold, plus ½ inch seam allowance will be 2.5, so that makes it 5 here. So I measure 5 across the length, then I traced it out. First of all, because this is one end of the fabric, I've measured 5 across the length. By the time I measure, because the reason I measured it straight without measuring the waist first is because everything here is going to be on a straight line, so it's only good if I take out the entire length, then I can take out my waist measurement from it. My waist measurement is 38 inches, so I cut across this end. Cut across this end. So this is now for the waistband. So what I'll be doing is I'll be doing it in 2 like this. I'll fold like this. I'll be folding, but before I fold, of course, this is where the gum stay comes in. I'm going to be ironing the gum stay on it. This is the gum, the part that contains the gum. I'm going to be placing the good face on the bad face on the gum. Once it's solidified, and then I fold and I press, it stands firm, it holds firm the material. Cut. The strap length is going to be 10. That's the width of the strap around my waist is going to be 10, and then that 10 originally is supposed to be 8, but I'm going to take 10 because I'm going to fold to allow like a dart to accommodate my bust. So what I'm going to do is this is 10, ½ inch seam allowance gives it 10.5. Then of course I'm going to be doing it on fold because I don't want to use lining, interfacing lining to turn it. I want to use this same material to turn it. So 10.5 times 2, that gives us 21. So this is 21. I mark out 21 here. This is 21. I'm going to mark from here. I mark another 21. 21. This is another 21. Then I mark a third 21. The reason is because okay, let me mark a third 21 before I explain what the reason is. 21, another 21. So I've done 321 on this end. I'll come to this end and mark another 21. Now the reason I'm making 3 is because they are going to be there's different styles of this. It can be tied in different ways, and if the strap is too short, because from this length to this length I think it's 44. Let's be sure. Yeah, it's 44 minus the print underneath around the base. Now this is 44. 44 is not long enough to tie some of the straps, and if it is extra it brings out more beauty. So this 44 is not enough. So then this is the first and this is the second 44. So the third one now will now be divided into 2, and then one part will be added to one of the 44. So this one will now be 22. So making each one 22 plus 44, that gives us 66 for each of the straps. So this 21, 21, 21 that I measured on this end, I'm going to measure it also on this end, and then I'm going to cut through. Cut. Now this is the 2 strap. This is one. This is the second one. So the third one I've already divided it into 2. So what I'm going to do is, this is one. This is the leftover fabric. So this is what is left. The whole of what is left now will go under so that it will be very full by the time the lining goes under it as well. So this is one of the long one. So first of all, before folding it in two, I'm going to be attaching this to this. Now this is half of this length, so if you measure this out now, it will be 66 inches. I attach, then after I attach, I will now fold in two. This is now the original width of the strap, because I'm going to sew it like this, turn it the original width. Then around here, what I'm going to do at the base before attaching it to the waistband is the 2 inches, because originally it's 8, but I measured out 10 so that I can do like a dart to accommodate my bust. So I'm going to be folding in like this, by one here, by another one here, then it goes all the way over my shoulder, attaching to the other one. Then I can tie any style I want to. So this is the waistband. I have ironed the interfacing in it and folded it in two. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold it in two like this again. Then I'm going to make a notch at the middle. I'll stitch it round. Then the remaining fabric is going round my waist. What will happen is I'll fold the fabric in two also across the entire length. I'll fold it in two. Of course, that will be after taking off this part. Then this is where the midpoint is. Where the midpoint will be, I'll also make a notch here. Then from that notch, I'll go in like this. I'll put it on this middle. This is this middle to this end. This is another half. Then I'll pleat. I'll make sure I pleat until everything I have here enters here, so that it will be very full. And same goes to this end. And then when I'm done, it comes out like this, the pleated part. So it is on this top I attach my strap. So let's take, for example, this is a strap. From the notched end, I'll mark it down like this. So this is the middle for this part, because of course I cannot notch this part. So folded, turned, then I'll come in like this, then make the darts that will accommodate my bust, then go in like this. Then the other one also will come here, folded in, then the strap goes up, the gather goes down. Then we'll see the finished out piece of this. Now this is the waistband. This is where I notched it in the middle. You can see that I have connected it. This is where I marked the midpoint. This is where the straps will come. This one will come here, then another one will come here. And then as for the straps, these are the straps. This is one. So this one is going to have to come like this. Then this is the second strap. Here is the second strap. They are identical to themselves. They are going to come on top of it now. Now on the length of the strap, this is where I attached, because I cut 3 so that the length will be reasonable. This is where I joined it. I join, and then at the end here, of course, I have to turn to have a neat edge. Then from then now, I can now pleat along this axis, attach the strap, and then we are done. This is how the pleating is going to be. I'm going to pleat along this end. So this is the good face against the waistband where I want to show. So I'll pleat, I'll sew this one to one end. This is one end of it. This is one end. This is where I did the notch for the both of them. Then the other end will beat that other axis. So this is the interfacing. I did it opposite of what I did here, but this time around I make sure I don't sew to this point. This was where I joined the down part, so the interfacing will be somewhere around here, so that when I open it up like this, this is the waistband, this is the front, the down part, this is now the lining. So around here Around here you can see that it is neat. You're not seeing any sewing around here. So if I need to weave, I don't have to weave here because the sewing part is in the middle. Now this is it. This is it. This is it. This is the waist band. This is one of the strap. This is the second strap. This is the midpoint. This is the down part. Then this is the inner where we attached our lining, and this is the other part, so we might have to weave this part. Then the only thing left will be to join the back and attach the zip.